You've heard the expression, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Well, that could apply to gardens too. Some plants just aren't suited to the heat. Shrubs like lilacs, ninebark, and many conifers prefer a cooler climate. But that doesn't mean there aren't great options for gardeners living in warmer planting zones. Before we talk about those plants, it's important to point out that plant hardiness zones are a good starting point for deciding whether a plant is suited to your climate. However, they do not tell the whole story. When your customer is looking at their plant tag and it says a USDA zone, it's helpful to know that plant hardiness zones are a way to measure and understand a plant's ability to survive cold weather in various climates across the country. But what the USDA zone hardiness map doesn't account for are other environmental factors such as elevation, wind, humidity, and microclimates. For example, plants that would thrive in Arizona aren't always going to like the humidity in Florida, even though they are similar zones. Also, the hardiness zone map is not particularly useful for evaluating how much heat a plant can tolerate. So it has limited value in hot climates because it doesn't tell you the upper temperature limits. Remember, it only outlines how much cold a plant can tolerate. That said, let's look at some shrubs that can take the heat, bearing in mind that your climate and unique topographical features will determine their overall ability to thrive. When's the last time the color of a flower really knocked your socks off? The eye-popping red-orange, hot pink color of Estrelita Little Star Firecracker Bush will do just that. Native to the southwest of North America, this shrub has long been favored by cut flower growers and florists. This new hybrid expands its garden utility as well, with a compact habit that's perfect for landscaping in warm climates and as a container accent in cooler areas. Buttonbush has long been prized as a native plant, but it was too big for most landscapes. Not anymore. Sugar Shack Buttonbush is half the size of conventional varieties, making it much more friendly to residential landscapes. Large, fragrant, orb-shaped blooms in summer become ornamental red fruit, which persists through the fall. It features glossy foliage and is widely adaptable with a very broad hardiness range. Bring color to your customers' gardens and containers all year long with the super glossy waxwing series of mirror bushes. This New Zealand native is ideal for evergreen hedging, ground cover, and specimen plantings. There are 3 foliage colors in the waxwing series of Coprasma. Waxwing Orange displays a changing palette of layered orange tones throughout the season. Waxwing Lime boasts vibrant foliage, each leaf a swirl of green, gold, red, and purple. And Waxwing Gold is splashed with a bold green center and glowing orange tones appear at the margins during cool weather. There have been a lot of gardenia introductions, but none have combined the level of heat tolerance, continuous blooming, and cold hardiness found in Steady As She Goes. Its fully doubled flowers do not abort in summer heat, making it a stellar performer with a well-branched compact habit and glossy dark evergreen foliage. The breeding goal of center stage crepe myrtles has been to bump up the bloom date, intensify the foliage color, and increase its mildew resistance. Proven Winners has done all that and more, delivering a vigorous growing, top-flight series of crepe myrtle. Flower colors include center stage coral, center stage pink, and center stage red, all of which contrast beautifully against dark black, disease-resistant foliage. Never without a crop of deep pink flowers, Austin Pretty Limits is a vigorous, disease-resistant oleander that is simply superb. It lives up to its name. It is tolerant to heat, drought, armadillos, air pollution, salt, and alkaline soil. La Vida Grande Indian Hawthorne boasts lots of showy, rich pink flowers on large panicles and dusky peach-colored new growth, making this one of the most colorful Indian hawthorns we've seen. La Vida Moss Indian Hawthorne blooms in spring, summer, and fall. It was selected not just for the sweet pink hue of its flowers, but also its ability to rebloom and a useful compact habit that expands the use of this longtime favorite for southern gardens. Finally, we have chiclet orange trumpet bush. Think of it as a long-blooming trumpet vine in a non-invasive, compact shrub form. It features rich orange panicles that provide a festive display of color. When you're looking for shrubs that can take the heat, these are all great choices. But it never hurts to make sure your customers understand their specific climate factors. Then you can help them choose the best plants for their region.